Hello there, Marguerita here, and just a few days ago I returned from the adventure of a lifetime. I was with a group of 46 social innovators and entrepreneurs called the Unstoppables. What we did is we went to Brazil, we went to the Amazon first and then to Rio for a 10-day collaborative think tank to help expand ourselves, our businesses, and the contribution we are all making to the world. To say this experience was extraordinary would not do it justice. It was absolutely mind-blowing. And along the way, I learned a lot about myself, about business, and what it truly means to be unstoppable. Now, I could never share with you everything that I gained in just one short presentation, but I can share 10 invaluable key learnings and takeaways that I got from this invaluable experience. So the slides that you're going to be watching here today are in fact just photos that I took in the Amazon and in Brazil, and they are of a truly spectacular landscape. So I'll explain a little bit about them as we go. And of course, you know, most of the time we were actually in workshops and in sessions and collaborating with the other people in the group, the millionaires, the mentors, and the innovators, the people who were there to get as much as they could out of this really spectacular and special environment. But we did get to have some fun along the way. So this first picture is a photo on the Amazon River, of a sunset on the Amazon River. Truly a beautiful place to be. So let's get started. The first thing, and this is a photo of from where we were staying, which was right in the middle of the Amazon jungle. So I took this photo standing on the deck of our accommodation. It was just so peaceful and quiet, and the energy from the Amazon was truly extraordinary. It was an incredible place to really have some magic and transformation. Now, self-care is not just important, it's essential. In order to take care of others, we must take care of ourselves first. And I saw this firsthand on my trip with these larger-than-life philanthropic entrepreneurs. Having created multi-million-dollar businesses, their attention is now turning to leaving a legacy through social enterprise, helping others in third world countries with sanitation, education, sustainability, also helping the environment, various causes that they are passionate about. And unless they had taken care of their needs first with their wealth, they would be unable to utilize their abundance of resources to provide for others. Their philosophy is that if you want to give $1 million, then you need to make $2 million, which really makes sense when you think about it. So if you're struggling to make money and you feel like you need to be giving, then let me tell you, as I saw with these people on this trip, the more you have, the more you can give, the more you can dedicate yourself to transforming and changing the world. So you've got to look after yourself first. The second thing is, and this photo is actually of me with an anaconda on my neck. The villagers actually keep these animals with them in their villages. They obviously keep them very well fed, but they live amongst them, which is quite remarkable. But you must back yourself. If you want to succeed, then you must be willing to back yourself, to take calculated risks and do whatever it takes. A half-hearted attempt will not produce any results whatsoever. It won't get you anywhere. So what are you willing to do? What are you prepared to sacrifice? To what lengths are you willing to go to achieve your goals? Are you prepared to not just get out of your comfort zone, but actually smash your comfort zone? If you're not willing to go all the way, then might I suggest that you settle for a more predictable, reliable, less challenging path and get a JOB, a just over broke. Whilst there is serious limitations in this, it's also a lot safer and doesn't require you to extend yourself and get out of your comfort zone. And if you're not willing to do that, then it's not only going to be a struggle, you are going to be just staying in the same place for the rest of your life, because this journey is not easy. And you've got to be willing to pull out all stops and do whatever it takes and make shift happen in your life. Sitting there and hoping and wishing that something is going to happen and something is going to go your way, it's not going to cut it. And I saw this for real in the Amazon and what these people have done, how they've built their businesses, the fact that they just got in and they did the work and they worked hard and they did whatever it took to get to where they are right now. It's just essential. You've got to back yourself. So this photo is of, it's of Copacabana Beach, which is where we were staying. And it's such a different culture over there than it is here. You can see from their beach line, their buildings just occupy the entire front space of this beach line. Obviously, Copacabana Beach, lots of accommodation, hundreds of thousands of visitors every single year, if not millions of visitors every single year to this part of the world. And it's hot. It's very, very hot. So my point on this slide is that collaboration is the key to a sustainable future. Now this refers to you individually and as well as us collectively as a whole. All the multimillionaires on this trip had partnered or collaborated with multiple people to get to where they are. They also built a team of people who are supporting them in achieving their vision every step of the way. They're well aware of their strengths and their weaknesses, and they know that they cannot do it on their own. They are not an island. So who's on your team? Who's supporting you? Who are you collaborating with to achieve your goals? Who are your mentors? Who are your mindset group, your mentoring group? Who are you collaborating with? Stop trying to do everything on your own, because when you collaborate, you multiply your efforts many times over. And the other thing is that we have some really, really big challenges to overcome on our planet if we're going to survive and save our environment and our species, to be honest with you. And we can't do that on our own either. It's essential that we collaborate. And this was so evident for me on this trip, that these people are very, very good at collaboration. So this first slide here, or this slide here, is just one in a series of slides that you're going to see right now from the incredible Carnival. None of these pictures that you are seeing can even do it justice. It is such a surreal experience. It is visually and just so overwhelming, the experience, the colors, the vibrancy. It is extreme and it's impossible to explain. If you want to put something on your bucket list, put Carnival on your bucket list in Rio, because it will absolutely blow you away. It is 9 hours of straight partying from 9 o'clock at night till 6 o'clock in the morning, and the visual spectacle is just out of this world. So the point on this slide is that nice guys can finish first. Almost all of the people on this trip were seriously nice guys with big hearts, wanting to make the world a better place. They care about others and they have a vision of using their excess resources to make a difference to the environment and humanity in some capacity. Their businesses are built on service and commitment to others, and service and commitment to excellence. They value and look after their employees, knowing that they are their best asset. Their employees are their best asset. In short, these people are compassionate, kind, caring people who just happen to make an awful lot of money. And these people are just the tip of the iceberg, because they are in fact everywhere. So nice guys can finish first. Keep that to heart. This is another photo from Carnival, and this time the point is to ask for what you want. If you don't ask, you don't get. It really is that simple. During the 10 days, we were given the opportunity to pitch our business ideas to others in the group and ask for whatever support we needed to see our goals and dreams come to fruition. We were expected to be well prepared and to be able to present our business models complete with succinct, definitive explanations of the project, with marketplace research and expectations, projected revenue, timeframes, the resources we required, the benefits for the investor, etc., etc. So they were very professional. They expected us, pardon me, to all be professional. Some people got to pitch to the likes of Naomi Simpson from the Australian series of Shark Tank, which was pretty daunting but an invaluable experience. With some serious cash available for investment in the room, this was an incredible opportunity to share dreams and ideas and get some potential backing and support. And we witnessed some incredible ideas getting some generous investment dollars provided to further their cause. All the beneficiaries had to be prepared with their pitch. That's the thing. You need to be prepared when you ask for what you want. You need to know exactly what you're asking for. You need to be able to tell them what they're getting. You need to be able to tell them in a very short space of time, in just a couple of minutes, what your project is and how it's actually serving others. Because the more you serve others, the more income you're going to generate, and the more people are going to be interested in investing in your project. So they had to be prepared, and they had to ask for exactly what they needed and what they wanted. And some of them got it. So that's the tip here: ask for what you want. The next tip is that your environment does determine your level of success. If you're hanging out with naysayers and dream stealers, your chances of success are seriously limited. Being immersed in this environment with people who are possibility thinkers and know that every challenge has a solution was extremely liberating and uplifting. I've been talking about these principles of success for some time, but to see them in action on such a grand scale really confirmed to me the validity of everything I stand for and teach and everything that I help my clients with. So make sure you surround yourself with people who are uplifting, will support you in your endeavors and fuel your ideas. They're able to see and share your vision. They'll challenge you to overcome your perceived limitations. They'll uplift you when you're down. They'll call you on your bullshit, and they will celebrate your successes with you. Seek these people out and spend as much time as you possibly can with them, because they're going to guide you to the places and to achievements that you never imagined possible. So make your environment a supportive environment, because it will determine whether or not you're successful, and it will determine how successful you truly are. The next point is that, of course, this is my catch cry. Mindset is everything. And this photo is of little old me with Miss Carnival. Doesn't she look absolutely stunning and gorgeous? I have to say that, yes, I am very, very short. But in my defense, Miss Carnival was wearing enormously high heel shoes, and I had kicked mine off by that point. So I look like a midget next to her, but she was gorgeous, and boy, could she dance. She was incredible. And of course, as you know, I always talk about mindset. It is who I am and what I do. Small minds produce small results, whilst expansive minds are capable of limitless possibilities. Limitless possibilities. All you need to do is shift your mindset and your possibilities become endless. I see this all the time. It was glaringly obvious in this group of self-made millionaires. Their minds are wired for success. They aren't different to anybody else biologically. What is different is the way they think and their mindset about what they're capable of achieving. For these people, it's a given that they can achieve whatever they put their minds to. They wouldn't entertain any other possibility. Do they have doubts? Of course they do. The difference is they don't give them oxygen. They only fuel the thoughts and belief systems that support their success and achievement in their goals and the fulfillment of their potential. Once you have a winning mindset, your success is inevitable. Bye, Miss Carnival. Okay, so this photo is actually looking out from Christ the Redeemer over just part of Brazil. Now, Brazil has over 22 million people at the foot of those hills, and the population is very densely packed. As you can see, almost every piece of available land at the foot of those hills and those mountains is taken up by buildings. It's a very intense city. It's not your resources, but resourcefulness that matters. Okay, so millionaires do have plenty of financial resources, I will give you that, but most of them didn't start out that way. And have you ever noticed that no matter how much money you have, you can always think up an idea that requires more than what you already have? That's our nature, to expand beyond our current level of achievement. And there were people on this trip who hadn't yet achieved the millionaire status, but that didn't stop them from dreaming big and finding the resources to fuel their visions wherever they could. There's one story in particular that I want to share with you from the former Miss Australia, Caroline Pemberton. I think she was Miss Australia in 2007. She had exhausted all of her own financial resources on an idea for a television program that didn't excite the TV producers that she pitched to. So she adjusted her idea to meet the market and then called upon her contacts and connections. She utilized any leverage and influence she had to put together what they call in the industry a sizzler that would have cost anything between $40,000 to $50,000. It was a tight budget, but what she produced was extraordinary, and it barely cost any of her own financial resources. Whilst most people are complaining why they can't do things because they don't have the money or the resources, successful people are finding a way to make it happen. So, and just a little aside here, Caroline is currently pitching her new series, which is called Unplugged, to various television producers, and it's just amazing. The sizzler that I saw, I don't know the industry, but man, if they don't pick it up, then they're idiots as far as I'm concerned. So look out for that series. It's probably going to be on pay TV, but it's going to be just a lot of fun and really exceptional. So, okay, so it's not your resources, but your resourcefulness that matters. Stop saying, I can't. Start asking, how can I? This is another tip, and this is another photo. I think this was from Sugarloaf, actually. This is, again, part of Brazil, as you can see, so densely populated. And in the back, right in the back there, on one of those really big hills or mountain tops, you can see Christ the Redeemer. And this tip is to think big, because if you can dream it, you really can do it. Whatever your mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. That was the quote by Napoleon Hill. And this quote was borne out every day in the mind-blowing conversations that transpired throughout the 10 days. These super achievers didn't dismiss wild ideas that were larger than life because they couldn't see how, with their current resources or level of knowledge, they were possible. They entertained new possibilities. They expanded their level of thinking. They embraced new concepts and were willing to transcend their current model of the world and pioneer new horizons. Thinking big with an attitude of how is this possible is liberating and exciting. And it's how our new world must evolve if we are to reinvent ourselves and transform our world into a better place where we solve the potentially catastrophic challenges we're facing and where all of us can thrive into the future. So stop thinking you're limited. That's just your belief systems. That's just your bullshit stories. Get over them and get on with the job. Again, how can I? Not I can't, but how can I? And don't allow your current model of the world to limit your dreams, to limit your vision. Think big and go for it. How big can you be, and how what service can you provide the world that's going to change it? And of course, the inevitable photo of Christ the Redeemer, which was an extraordinary day. Look at that sky. It was so crystal clear that day. It was just beautiful. And this monument is truly spectacular. So, millionaires are the same as everyone else at the core. At the beginning, at the end of the day, each and every one of us is the same. We're conceived and we're born the same, and we all die. Our environment shapes us mentally and emotionally, but with the brain neuroplasticity that we know about, that's been discovered in the last 15 years, we can change our present and our future at any time we choose by changing ourselves, by changing our mindsets, by changing and releasing ourselves from the limiting stories that we have that are running our results and our lives. Wealthy people have fears, doubts, and insecurities just like everybody else. They just don't allow them to rule their life and determine their results. They focus on their vision. They focus on where they're going relentlessly. They don't look at where they've been or the reasons that they could fail. Now, I had at least 2 potentially million-dollar conversations on this trip that are going to expand my reach and impact and increase my net worth many times over, all because I backed myself and I took a chance on something that, even though I had no idea what to expect on this trip, I just saw it, I knew I wanted to be on it, and I made sure I was there and I got amongst it. And I got a whole lot more than I bargained for. I've now not only got these potentially million-dollar opportunities with these people, I also have mentors and contacts that I never would have had from the regular environment that I used to mix in. And these people are now going to be a part of my life moving forward into the future. I'm going to make damn sure of it. So what are your dreams and aspirations? What are you truly capable of? You are an extraordinary human being who has the ability to achieve more than you ever imagined possible. So embrace your brilliance. Dare to dream big, huge, and decide right now to do whatever it takes to realize those dreams. Decide to be unstoppable. Now, if you would like to partner with me to help you to be unstoppable, and you want to find out more about working with me personally, I have one-on-one programs or group programs. If you're ready to have that discussion and invest in yourself, then book a free discovery session with me at pitbullmindset.com/discovery. There's also a link below this video that you can click on to go and book that session. This is a free 15-minute session, and it's only for those people who are willing to have that discussion about investing in themselves. If that's you, if you're willing to get beyond your perceived limitations and do whatever it takes to achieve more than you ever imagined possible, then click the link now, book your session. I look forward to speaking with you very, very soon. And you know what? If you ever get the chance to be on a trip like this with people like the Unstoppables, then hell, grab it with both hands and run with it, because it will blow your mind and it will change your world and change your life and really help you to live life on fire. So I look forward to seeing you in another video very, very soon. Take care, have an exceptional day, and I look forward to seeing you again shortly or speaking to you in your discovery session. Bye for now.